Welcome back to Brain Blitz TV, Nursing in 10 Minutes. What's in must come out and what's out must come in. Keep coming! So today is a brand new episode of this channel and we will be talking about a very essential and a very timely topic, which is gonna be sharing with you my 9 powerful prayer practices. So these 9 powerful prayer practices are being used by, of course, a lot of people, and at the same time, it's actually used by myself, and at the same time, it's used by other individuals in the world, because of course, in all things that we're experiencing, whatever it could be natural or it could be man-made calamities, are actually gonna be address, or we could actually use prayer as our greatest weapon in order to address the existence of these specific calamities or disasters. And of course, the show will begin in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back. So as I promised, of course, we'll talk about today on the 9 powerful prayer practices that I have been using. And of course, it's not that I'm the one using this, I'm the only one using this, but of course, this can be used, or this is used by a lot of people in the world, especially on addressing the emergence of our worldwide pandemic today, especially on the presence of COVID-2019. So as what I promised, I'll be sharing with you the 9 powerful prayer practices that I've been using. So these 9 powerful prayer practices are essential, especially in fighting against the emergence of this worldwide pandemic. And for us to easily remember this 9 powerful prayer practices, I've made a mnemonic, and that's gonna be the word prayerful. Let's start with, of course, the word prayerful is composed of the following letters: letter P, letter R, letter A, letter Y, letter E, letter R, letter F, letter U, and letter L. And that's gonna be the components of the 9 powerful prayer practices. Okay? So let's begin with our first letter. Our first letter is letter P. Letter P stands for pray alone or pray with a friend. So of course, we can do prayer by ourselves, and of course, we could also do our prayer with our friends. Because of course, prayer can be done solitarily, and that solitary prayer is a form of prayer wherein there is gonna be closeness of you towards God, towards our Jesus Christ. So of course, prayer can be done either alone or it could be with a friend. So it will be very important for us to have this prayer in an area where we can be comfortable when we do our prayer. So again, letter P is pray alone or pray with a friend. Letter R is respect must be shown. So when you say you are actually praying, it will be very important for us to make sure that we have to show respect not only to ourselves, but of course we have to show respect to others who are also praying. It's because of course the biggest way for us to evaluate that you know how to respect people is of course your ability to listen. When you know how to listen an individual, it means you have this respect. Okay? That's letter R. Respect must be shown. Letter A. Letter A is ask for God's will. So of course, if that's going to be the will of God that we're actually going to have these experiences, of course we have to accept that. Of course, that's going to be our faith. So of course, it will be very important for us to make sure that we have to ask what is the will of God, especially on the current situation that we're actually in. So it will be very important for us to remember that we have to ask God. Letter A, ask God's will. Letter Y. Letter Y is you say what you want or you say what you need. So letter Y is you say what you want or you say what you need. So therefore, it is very essential for us to remember that when we pray, it is essential for us to include all the wishes that we have or all the wishes that we wanted. It's because of course when we want these things, of course prayer is the only answer or it's gonna be with our own interventions. But of course, when we ask something, of course, if God is destined to answer your prayer, of course, that will be given to you. Letter Y is you say what you need. Letter E is enhanced time to pray. So when we say enhanced time to pray, it means that on a daily basis, it doesn't only mean that we'll only pray once. It could be that we will have to pray on even a single things that we are actually experiencing. We have to pray because of course during our prayer we have to thank God that we have been given this opportunity. Letter E again is, letter E stands for enhanced time to pray. Okay, let's now have letter R. Letter R stands for read from the Bible. Of course, it is very essential for us to remember that the best way for us, or the best resource, is going to be our Bible. So when we are going to pray, it means that we take into consideration the presence of this Bible. Because of course, this Bible is the answer of all our prayers. And of course, this Bible contains a lot of things. It contains so many things that of course people must have to know. So again, letter R is read from the Bible. Let's now have letter F. Letter F stands for forgiveness should be asked. Of course, when we pray, it's not all about asking something. But of course, when we pray, it is very essential for us to include our state of remorse. When we say state of remorse, it means that we're going to ask for possible forgiveness, especially when we have these lapses, either in words or in actions. So it is essential for us to take into consideration that it has to be included in our prayers. We have to include forgiveness. So we have to ask for this forgiveness, because of course when we ask for this, it means that we're actually lowering our pride. That's letter F. Let's now have letter U. Letter U is use a prayer guide. Of course, it is very essential also that when we do our prayer, of course, every religions have their own guide. Every congregation has their own specific guidelines on how to pray. But of course, it is very essential for us to remember that when we pray, there has to be guide. We have to use a guide in order for us to have a flow of our prayer. So that is letter U. Letter U stands for use a prayer guide. Of course, let us now have letter L, and this is gonna complete the word prayerful. Letter L stands for locate a good place to pray. So it is very essential for us to take into consideration that the location of our prayer, or the location where we pray, is also gonna be taken into consideration, because of course, when we pray, we need to have a silent venue or a silent place. Is because of course we have to make sure that it's gonna be between you and of course God. So letter L stands for locate a good place to pray. So these are the 9 powerful prayer practices that can actually be used by, of course, all of us in the world today, especially when we are going to fight our greatest enemy, which is going to be the emergence of COVID-19. To recap, these are our 9 powerful prayer practices. Letter P is pray alone, or pray with someone, or pray with a friend. Letter R, respect must be shown. Letter A, ask for God's will. Letter Y, you say what you want, or you say what you need. Letter E, enhance time to pray. Letter R, read from the Bible. Letter F, forgiveness must be asked. Letter U, use a prayer guide. And letter L, locate a place to pray. So these are very essential. It's because it will actually help us to focus on what we wanted when we pray. And of course, prayer is not only focused more on things because we ask something, but of course, it will be the time for us to communicate with our divine Creator. So it is very essential for us to pray not only once in a day, but of course, it is essential for us to remember that we pray more often, because of course, prayer is going to be one way of communicating with the Lord. Okay? So those are the 9 powerful prayer practices that, of course, that I'm actually endorsing on this channel, because of course it might actually gonna give help, especially for all those who are being affected by the presence or the emergence of this COVID-19. Okay, so for those of you who are actually new to this channel, don't forget to click the subscribe button, and at the same time click the notification bell for you to be informed and be notified with the succeeding uploads of this channel. This has been Brain Blitz TV, nursing in 10 minutes. What's in must come out, and what's out must come in. Keep coming. See you again in my next video. Bye!